Today we review the Assos Spring Fall Bib. Hello legends and super legends, welcome to Veloharmony. In today's review we take a look at Assos's Spring Fall Bib shorts. They're different in that they're not for summer, therefore they call it Spring Fall, but you can probably wear it into winter depending on where you are. But they're designed to be worn with leg warmers as well. They're basically lined shorts for cooler weather, the shoulder seasons. That's what they officially say they're for, but I don't see why you couldn't wear them except for maybe in the very coldest temperatures. But here they are. They come in their usual box with the Assos paper here. And they tell you on this card, they always put cards with this stuff. I think it's kind of cool. They tell you the Equipe, it's spelled E-Q-U-I-P-E, but I believe it's a French word. It's pronounced Equipe. That's the RS line. So the Equipe RS Spring Fall Bib Shorts S9 is what they officially call it. And then they say the climate range. The ironic thing though is the climate range on this card says summer. But in the actual write-up, they're talking about, you know, the shoulder seasons, meaning fall and spring, and then somewhat weather. So I think it's got to be a typo because this is not a summer short. So they're in the line that is called the Equipe RS line. So if you're looking for their stuff, that's what it will be under. The concept, they have a concept on the card. They claim that the Equipe RS is a race collection. So they got jerseys, shorts, and this, and they've got tights and all of that. What I like about the Equipe line is that the minimalism that they use, meaning you don't have any extra fabric that you don't need. It's warm where you need it to be, but it's lightened where you don't need warmth, so that when you're riding, they don't get in the way. You don't think about them. I really like that versus some of their other things. So the application is that these bib shorts are specifically engineered for professional riders and other athletes who train year-round. Then they say they recommend you pair them with the Spring Fall Aero Gilet and the Equipe Spring Fall Aero short sleeve jersey and a skin foil for cool conditions. They're just moving some of their other products. You can pretty much wear this with anything you want, but it is designed for spring fall. So what I want to look at is, and yes, the climate code 23 means spring fall in that line. So that printout that said summer on that card was a typo. I'm going to turn it inside out because that's the main difference between these and their standard shorts is this fabric that they use. It's not like fleece. It's a different kind of material. They have their own proprietary name, which I will put here in post-production, that they call this fabric. But it is warm. I hope the camera can reproduce just the warmth. It feels like I don't want to use the word roubaix because they gave it their own name, but it's definitely lined on the legs, the upper back here area, both of the legs, and then this is what I talked about the Equipe line. In the area here, they have a different fabric completely in the crotch area. That's a different fabric than what's here. So it's not heavily lined like this side, but there are two different pieces of fabric that they're using in there, and I'm sure there's a reason why, because this blocks a lot more air than this. So even though this is lined, I think it's more breathable than the crotch area. So they're basically keeping that area warmer than your legs, because it makes sense because your legs generate more heat when you're riding. So there's a lot of thought obviously that went into this. Around the waist area, you have a light band, about 5 millimeter band that goes around that keeps that thing in place. You'll get it better when I put it on. Let me take this off. They use a pin on their stuff, which I think is neat because it doesn't tear. And where they put the pin through, it's on the edge of the garment. So you're going to be careful so you don't tear it. Let's come out. Let's get that out of there. Okay. In their garments, I wear double XL. They call it XLG, which you may think is extra large, but it's not. It's double XL. You know, and that fits better because the legs are longer. You know, and especially with this one that's lined. The gripper, very durable. They're small little rubberized. I wouldn't call them silicone. They feel kind of rubber, but it's small, like little dots. Very flexible, so it's not going to be in your way. So let me put them on and let's see what they feel and look like, because they're definitely not summer shorts. Okay, this is where the proof meets the pudding, as I'd like to put it. The fit of this is very close to their summer fit, because of course I sized this up. I mean, I use the same size really, because even in their summer stuff, I just get the XLG because their cut in the RS line is so small. And for those of us with big thighs, for me, I always just get slightly bigger size because I can compensate with these. What I really like about their straps is they don't fold on you. They don't dig into your shoulder. You put them on, you forget it. They just hold their position, nice and comfortable. This area here, whatever material they use is warm, but it's not restrictive. So you don't even feel that the material is there. You just know it's there because you can feel it against the skin. It feels really smooth against the skin. They call them Osmos Heavy. That's the material that they use in here. They use their heaviest material in here for the insulation. This area here has a waterproof area here in the front, because they figure in the fall and spring you'll be running, even winter you'll be running into some rain, so nothing's going to go through. So they really put a lot of thought into it. The material on the legs, all back here and up here, has that the lining that I told you about, because that's going to keep you warm. That keeps your core temperature from fluctuating too much. I really like the fit. I like the styling, and I like the length of the leg. They made it slightly longer because, of course, you'll probably be wearing it with knee warmers, leg warmers, you know, as the temperature changes. But this is what you want to break out once your temperatures start going below 18 Celsius, like 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's when you want to start breaking out these guys. I like to wear these on days where we start out, say 5 or even 10 Celsius, but then 2 hours after that, it's 18, 20 C. On those kind of days, I may just wear a pair of knee warmers, and then either take them off or leave them on. But instead of having full tights, I use these more on days where the temperatures are going to vary. If it's going to stay below 18 C for the whole ride, then I just put on tights. But it's nice to have these, and they don't replace all your tights, but paired with leg warmers and knee warmers, they're effectively a bib tight. So I wanted to share that with you. There's not much else to say about them other than the fact that they make them to where you can ride high tempo, whatever, and you don't feel like you got a lot of stuff on. That's why I like them. You know, all the quality stuff. That's the way you have to think in terms of what kind of riding am I going to be doing? How do I want to feel on the bike? You don't feel like your fit on the bike is affected when you put on their winter stuff. So to that effect, let nothing stop you from getting your K's in.